Hello children, going to the second exercise of linear equations with two variables. We'll have an introduction of what's that in that second exercise. Okay. So I have considered the third sum of your first exercise as an example. Here, see, this is the general I said earlier that this is the general form of a linear equation. These x and y's are two variables, and this coefficient of x is always considered as a, coefficient of y is considered as b, and the constant term is called as c. Okay. So this is an equation and this is an equation. You will be knowing it. And I asked you whether we have to draw every time, each and every time graphically to find whether two lines are going to be parallel or not, right? So this one, without graphically drawing it, can we find? Yes, there is a way to find. We will look at it. Okay. So I said this term is the coefficient of x is considered as a, right? So I will consider these two equations alone. So I will rub it off this part. I rub it. So only these two I am going to consider now. So this is coefficient of a in this first equation. This is coefficient of a in the second equation. I will write both the terms. Okay. That is, I am writing a1 and a2. First equation a1 and second equation a2. This is the two terms. Then I am writing the b term of both the equations. B term again 1 by 1. Here now no number is there, it means it's 1. So this is again b1 by b2. This is the second, for the second. And the third term, always bring it on the left hand side and write it. But both the terms are on the right hand side. Usually both the terms should be on the left or on the right. Here both are on the right, so I am considering it like that itself. C1 by C2 is equal to 160 by 150. Okay. So by seeing this, what do you understand? If the lines are going to be parallel, then what is the meaning? If the lines are going to be parallel, this both the lines is equal to 1 by 1. Okay. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. If A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, and here these both are not equal. See, 0, 0 and get cancelled by 16 by 15. So that is not equal to C1 by C2. Then the two lines is going to be parallel. Simple. Okay. A1 by A2. We need not do graphically. We have to make an equation algebraically and we have to show it like this. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, and if it's not equal to C1 by C2, then the two lines are going to be parallel. Okay. Then you had an example, the second sum also. We'll consider the sums which you have done only. Okay. So the second sum which I am going to consider. Okay. Here we will consider the second sum in your first exercise. Okay. These were the two equations. I have written the two equations. And here I have represented it as a1 by a2 also. That part also I have taken written. Coefficient of x is 1 by 1. Coefficient of y becomes 2 by 3. And the constant term is 1300 by 1300. Here again this becomes 1 by 1. And here it doesn't cancel. Here again it gets cancelled 1 by 1. So what do we understand? a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So then I can say a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by 2. First, if this part itself is not equal, we need not consider the third part. It means these two lines will intersect. At least one point. At least one point. Okay. It might intersect at 2 points also. But here it surely will give one solution. Surely. Okay. So this first part a1 by a2, if it's not going to be equal to b1 by b2, then these two lines intersect. Okay. Then we have one more part of it. We will see about that now. Okay. Here there I have two equations in this. When I am writing a1 by a2. Okay. I write it 2 by 4. a1 by a2 is equal to 2 by 4. And then b1 by b2, and that is equal to 3 by 6. And I am writing C1 by C2, and that is equal to 9 by 18. Okay, you see that when we simplify it, we get here again 1 by 2, again 1 by to 1 by 2. So we can see all A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 and it's equal to C1 by C2. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 and that is equal to C1 by C2. So what does it mean? If it is going to be, if two lines, linear equations are going to give solutions like this, what does this mean? It means these two lines are same. It is overlapping on each other, okay? Overlapping. So how many points of intersection will be there? So many points of, infinite points of intersections will be there. Infinite points of intersection. Okay. So these two lines, as they are going to be overlapping, so they have infinite points of intersection. So you have three choices, three different solutions you will get. We can find whether the lines are going to intersect if A1 by A2 is not going to be equal to B1 by B2. Then if A1 and A2 and B1 B2 is equal, but it's not, C1 by C2 is not equal, then they are going to be parallel lines. Yes. If A1 and A2 and all the three parameters are going to be equal, it means they are overlapping. These two lines are overlapping and they are going to produce infinite number of results. Okay. So these, you have a table in your book. You have to memorize it, understand it here and memorize the table. With this only we are going to proceed to the all the exercises. So please memorize the three different combinations. Okay. Hi everybody. We'll go to the second exercise now. I'll give an introduction to the second exercise. I think we'll be remembering it now. The A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2 defines whether the lines are going to be intersecting or they have multiple points of intersection. They are lying on each other or these lines are going to be parallel. Okay. Remember that and don't forget to study the table. Though that table, without the table, all the exercise is going to be very tough for you. Okay. Now we'll go to the second exercise, first one. We have again here also we have to make the equations and then solve them. Okay. 10 students of class 10. The first sum. Total number of girls is 4 more than the boys. So let us consider the number of girls as x. Right? Number of girls be x. Okay. And then number of boys be y. Okay. Then we have x and a y. And they said the number of girls is 4 more than the boys, right? So 4 more than the boys. So I can write x is equal to y plus 4. Correct? X is equal to y plus 4. X is 4 more than the boys. So if I add 4 more to the boys section, it will be equal to x. This makes the first equation. Then I bring y to the left hand side. Okay. Then 10 students participated. So this will be the second equation. X plus y is equal to 10. This is the second equation. Or else I can make this as the first and that also is the second. And I can write x minus y is equal to 4. From this I am bringing y to the left hand side and so that becomes the first and this becomes the second equation. And they are asking to find the solution graphically. Okay. So what we did in the last exercise, we are continuing with that again. So I am keeping y alone on the left hand side, taking the x to the right hand side. Considering the first equation, I will keep y alone on the left hand side. So minus y is equal to 4 minus x. Okay. And I don't want y to be a negative number. So I am changing it symbol. So this becomes x. This minus x becomes plus x. And this plus 4 becomes minus 4. So this is the first equation. And the second equation here, I am keeping y alone here, taking x to the other side, 10 minus x. Okay. So I have y on the left hand side. So I can solve it graphically now. So for various values of x, when I use let x is equal to 0, then y's value becomes 0 minus 4. 0 minus 4 and so it is minus 4. The point we have is 0 comma minus 4. Then let x is equal to, I'll keep 4 here, okay. So y's value becomes 4 minus 4 and that is equal to 0. So the point is 4 comma 0. And if I'm going to keep a minus number, I'll keep. So minus 2 I have, y is equal to minus 2 minus 4 and that is equal to minus 6. The point here is minus 2 minus 6. Okay. So these are the 3 points here I have calculated. And for the second line, the points will be, let x is equal to 0 and y's value will become 10 minus 0, so 10. So the point will be 0 comma 10. And then for a different value of x is equal to 4. Here last time I used 4, so I am using the same 4 here. 10 minus 4 and that is equal to 6. So the point will be 4 comma 6. And for different x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 10 minus of minus 2. So it becomes plus 2 and that is equal to 12. So the point will be minus 2 and 12. Okay. So you have got it now. So I have got 2 sets of points and I am going to mark that on a graph. Okay. And see here, I have in y also I have minus points, minus variables in y. So it reaches up to minus 6 and here it ranges up to 12. Okay. So in the x-axis I have minus 2 here. So I need 0, minus 1 and minus 2 here. 1, 2, 3 and 4 here. Okay. And here I said the minus 6, still minus 6 I need here. Points. So here this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 and minus 6. Okay. And the points here, it ranges up to 12 here. Okay. So I need a longer graph. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Other two graphs I have to mark it somewhere there. We can adjust that. Okay. Now 0 and minus 4. 0 here, minus 4 here on the y-axis. So this is the point. I will mark it with this color, different color. Then the second point is 4 and 0. 4 and y becomes 0. So the point lies on the x-axis here now. Okay. And the next point is minus 2 and minus 6. Minus 2 and minus 6, it lies here. So the line is like this, right? I am drawing a rough line. You make it proper on a original proper graph sheet. Okay. I am just drawing a rough diagram. Okay. Then the next thing is the second line. Okay. And whenever you draw a line, just mark the line also on it. This line is this equation, right? So mark it here. Minus is equal to 4. Write the linear equation on the graph also. Then the second for the second line, 0, 10. So the x-axis 0 and the y-axis it is 10, this point. And here 4 and 6. X-axis 4 and y-axis 6. So the line point is here somewhere. Then minus 2 and 12. This line, it goes like this. Okay, not like that. Actually, it goes more beyond the board. So these two lines intersect at this point somewhere, right? So these two lines make one point of intersection and we can be sure of it. This again, I will write it here as this line is x plus y is equal to 10. Okay, so like this is how we mark a graph on a lines on the graph. Okay, then we'll go to the second sum now. The second sum, 5 pencils and 7 pens. As usual, I keep the pencil as x and the pen as y. And so the first equation will be 5x plus 7y. and that together cost 50 rupees. 50 rupees. The second equation will be 7 pencils 7x plus 5y, together it will cost 46. Find the cost. Okay. Again, they asked us to solve this two equations graphically. So let us consider this equation to be the first equation. This equation will be the second equation. 7 and 5 are prime numbers, so no point in, we can't simplify it. So we'll go with the same numbers. Okay. Now I will consider the first equation alone. I will keep the 7y on the left hand side. So 7y, only 7y on the left hand side. So 7y is equal to 50 minus 5x. This 5x from the left, it goes to the right as minus number. Then I want only y here. So 50 minus 5x by 7. It is some product here, so it comes here down as a division. Okay. Then the next, for this I have to substitute different values of x. So I am considering x is equal to 3. Y is equal to 50 minus 5 into 3, and that becomes 15, right? By 50 minus 15 is 35. 35 by 7, and that is 5. So the point will be 3, 5. Okay. Then the next point will be x is equal to 10. Okay. So y is equal to 50 minus 5 into 10 by 7, and that I get 50 minus 50 by 7, and so I get 0. So the point will be 10, 0. Okay. So the next point, 11, x is equal to minus 4, I have y is equal to 50 minus 5 into minus 4 by 7, and that is equal to 50 minus of minus becomes plus. 50 plus 20, so it becomes 70. 50 plus 20 by 7, that is 70 by 7, so it becomes 10. So I have minus 4, 10. The third point will be minus 4, 10. And when I do for the second equation, 7x, I'll keep 5y around here. 5y is equal to 46 minus 7x. So y is equal to 46 minus 7x by 5. This is the value of y. For this value of y, we use different values of x. Then x is equal to 8. Y is equal to 46 minus this 2 is there. I am substituting 8, right? 7 8s are 56. 56 by 5. So I have minus 10 by 5 here, and that is minus 2. So the point will be 8, minus 2. Okay. Then the next point, when x is equal to 3, y is equal to 46 minus 7 into 3. 7 3s are 21. 21 by 5, I get 5. 25 by 5, so 5 I have, and the point will be 3, 5. Okay. Then the next step, minus 2. When x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 46 minus 7 into minus 2, and by 5. Minus into minus plus. 7 2s are 14. 46 minus 46 plus 14, and that is equal to 60 by 5. So I get, and the point is minus 2, 12. Okay. So I have 3 points for the first equation, the next 3 points for the second equation, and we are going to plot them on the graph now. Okay, and the range is x is ranging up to 10, and left hand side it's ranging up to minus 4, and y ranges to 12. and minus 2. Okay. So the graph will be like this. Minus 1 and minus 2. Only till to minus 2 we have. So I'm marking only up to minus 2. And here it ranges up to 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the line is extended. Okay. Then here again I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. Now when I want to plot the graph, I get 3, 5. 3 in the x-axis, 5 in the y-axis, they intersect at this point. I mark it with a different color now. 3 at the x-axis, 5 at the y-axis. So the point will be somewhere here. Then the next point will be 10, 0, I didn't mark 10. Oh my god. 10, 0 will be somewhere here, okay? 10, 0. So the graph is extended till 10 and 10, 0 somewhere it will be here. Then minus 4 and 10. So here it will be minus 4. Minus 4 will be here. Minus 4 to 10. I didn't mark this point, okay? So here the line will be going upright like this. Like this, okay? Then the second line, it will be like this. It keeps on going, no, line, straight line, it keeps on going. Then the 8, minus 2. 8 will be, again 8 is somewhere there, and minus 2, sorry, 8 is on the x-axis and minus 2 will be here. So somewhere here again, that line here there. Okay. Then 3 and 5. 3 and 5. See? The same point. Even in the last time we had the same point. Then minus 2 and 12. Minus 2 and 12. It's here. Okay. At least we have 2 points. So this line will be like this. It will be going on like this. Okay. So from this we can understand that this is the different values. Here 3 is the x value and 5 is the y's value that is required to solve this equation. Okay. So 3 and 5 are the solution for this equation. 3, 5. 3, 5 is the required solution for this equation. That is what they asked to find graphically. We have found the values graphically. So the cost of the pencil is 3 and the cost of the pen will be 5 rupees. Okay.